So, I just finished Resident Evil 9, and right now I am filled with that emptiness inside. So, to ease some of that post-game depression, I want to bring something from the game into the real world. Leon Kennedy's Requiem.
It's over.
And yes, before anyone says anything, I know that the game's been out for a long time and there's a lot of places where you can just buy the files and print your own replica, but I have a feeling that those files were made with one of the AI programs that converts images into STL, which, look, I have no problems with. In fact, I want to try one of those programs out later to make something for my son, but it's just that for this project, I really love the video game, so I want to try to model the Requiem using Shapr3D on my iPad. But before we can do that though, I'm going to take screenshots of the gun from the side, the back, and the front, and import them into Shapr3D. This is the Ershad 12, the huge Russian revolver that the Requiem was based on. So let's use those real dimensions to resize the images. The most difficult part of this gun to model is going to be the grip because it's got these angel wings wrapped around it. So that's what we're going to start with. After tracing out the side profile with the spline tool and extruding it, I made a second sketch using the rear view reference image and used that to cut out the main shape of the grip. To make the finger grooves on the front over here, I sketched 2 circles and a rectangle on another side plane. And then I used the sweep function to create the bodies that will cut out those shapes. Now onto the angel wings. I looked around online for a clean image of the Requiem, and I asked ChatGPT to show me what a flat pattern of the wings would look like. And I picked the simplest iteration. Now initially, I thought if I just traced the profile on a side plane, extruded some of the profiles straight into the grip, and then created a rotated copy to extrude the rest of the profiles, but lining things up turned out to be near impossible. Then I tried to use the wrap and emboss tool, but that didn't work. Trying the same thing inside the Fusion 360, yeah, same result. So instead, I made a slightly rotated plane that will allow me to extrude the whole sketch into the grip. And here comes my second challenge. We don't want the wings to stick straight out like this, right? Ideally, it should follow the contour of the grip. So the way I went about doing this was by scaling up a copy of the grip, simplifying the body by removing the areas that I don't need, split it down the middle, and then shelling it out so that I can use that surface to trim down the wings to make it follow the contour of the grip. And then each layer will have their own shelled out surface that's slightly taller than the last one to create that layered effect. And of course, I ran into another problem. For the life of me, I could not figure out how to combine the wings with the main grip into a single body. And no matter what I tried, it just did not work. But fortunately, once it's exported into the slicer and I click print, it'll still print as a single body. I used the matte PLA to print this, and then I added this fuzzy skin texture in the slicer, which added a lot to the print time, but it gave it this leathery look, which I really like. So I think it was totally worth it. And also, I'm sure you guys already guessed it, but this thing took me days to figure out how to model. Everything I tried, it just kept failing and failing and failing, but in the end, we got there. And I think this looks freaking fantastic. And now it's time to model the rest of the gun. Luckily, the main body is much easier to model. Just trace out the main shape from a side view and get that extruded. And then we're going to use sketches from the front and top views to cut out the embosses and features on the gun. A cutout on the left side to clear the barrel, which lines up with the cylinder. And the center of that positions the cylinder release. And finally, all of that is connected to the crane pivot latch, which of course will move all of the assembly. Now, the main body is way too long to print as a single piece, but if we split it here, then I found these spring ball plungers I'm going to add to the bottom and back of the body to help lock the drum in place. And now just a few more parts. And this is my version of the Requiem, and I think it came out really good. I'm glad I used the metal rods with the ball bearings so that the parts move a lot smoother, and also the ball plungers keep things in place. And that's just so satisfying to hear. But yeah, if you guys want to print this for yourselves, I have the STL file available on my website, down in the link in the descriptions. I'm gonna have the filaments and all the parts I use for this build as well. And I know this wasn't a full tutorial on how to model this, but that's mainly because of the grip. I just had such a difficult time modeling this that even if you followed along, it's just not 100% repeatable, because both the sketches of the wings as well as the shape of the grip all impact the final trimming process. So if you're just a little bit off from what my shape looks like, you might get errors in the final trimming process, whereas I didn't. But I do think that if you've gone through my entire Shapr3D tutorial and you're comfortable with the app, you'll definitely be able to make this on your own. And quite frankly, I'm really impressed with what I was able to make using Shapr3D. So I'm gonna leave a link down below if you want to learn more about Shapr3D, which has a free version that you can download and try out. And later, if you want to upgrade to the Pro version, you can use my code BevlishCreations10 to get 10% off. And time for me to go Platinum Resident Evil 9.